today is Shirani Sabaratnam, Giles Greenwood and Mary Pat Bentle, who are here to produce a feature film in Sri Lanka titled Kayman's Gate. Hi, welcome. As I said, you're here to produce a feature film titled Kayman's Gate. Could you tell me something about the storyline and why you chose to film in Sri Lanka?
I've been travelling to Sri Lanka probably on and off over the last 10 to 15 years. And it strikes me as a very beautiful and diverse country. And it's been directing music videos, commercials, and I was looking for a place to make a film. And suddenly Sri Lanka struck me as an amazing place. And it also suited the kind of film that I wanted to make. And the film that we're making is an action thriller. It is kind of a Hollywood-style film coming into Sri Lanka. And it follows the story of a private investigator who turns up in Sri Lanka having been sent to look for someone. But when he gets here, not everything is as it seems. So I can't tell too much because you have to wait to see the movie. But yeah, so it's a mixture of, characters and landscape and background. And, as I said, I kind of came to Sri Lanka. And I think, it's a fantastic location to make a movie. And I think that's what everyone's very excited about.
Sri Lanka has many different sort of, views from like urban landscape of Colombo to, beautiful beaches of Galle and Trinco, and so it's perfect for the setting of our film because the storyline has all of that, and also Sri Lanka has abundance of sunlight for over 10 hours a day, so that's what we need. So it's perfect.
You are so sweet for doing this.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Mrs. R. I haven't been camping since college. It's gonna be a blast, right?
Bye, Mrs. R. So we have to sleep in the dark?
Yeah, but that's the whole point of going camping, getting back to nature.
All those in favor of driving straight past the campsite and checking into a cool motel, raise your right hand.
No talking to strangers, all right?
Wait!
How did the whole storyline get together to do the movie in Sri Lanka, the whole idea for the storyline being in Sri Lanka? I mean, could it have been in anywhere in London or US, so why here?
A number of reasons. I think people have seen everywhere else, and as a filmmaker you have a certain vanity that you want to show something before anybody else. You want to be first across a certain line, and I thought, it's an amazing country, and I was quite bemused by no one had filmed here, because every time you mention films in this country you hear two movies. It's A Bridge Over the River Kwai and Indiana Jones, and my dad took me to see Indiana Jones when I lived in Singapore when I was aged 8, and that was a long time ago. So I kind of feel the country's ready to have a new film made. So it was, as I said, as Shirani has just said, it's a mixture of things, in terms of the locations seem fitting and right for our story, but also there's so much potential to make films, and not just one film in this country. One of the things we hope to do is maybe start a trend that sees, once we made our film, as other filmmakers follow suit and come along and make films here too.
The main star for the movie is going to be a Hollywood actor. You will be using local actors and actresses. Have you chosen them yet?
The way kind of casting goes, it tends to be like a pyramid scheme. You have to get the main person in place, almost like building a house, and then everything else comes. And we're in a fortunate position to be talking to some people who are pretty high up the chain in terms of Hollywood actors, but you have to touch wood, because until they're all confirmed, then nothing's guaranteed. But then, very much so is, I think, the fabric of the characters. There will be, our lead character will be an American, there'll be English, there'll be Sri Lankans, there'll be Australian, there'll be Dutch, there'll be German. Because if you travel around this country, you notice, the film has to reflect the makeup of the people you do find in this country. So there's definitely, and I think it's very important. I think we have a responsibility. If we're going to come here and we make a film, then I think it's important that we phone's really distracting me, is that we employ, whether it's local talent as far as actors or in terms of local talent, in terms of crew. So yeah, so there's going to be a lot of some communication working with local talent when we get here.
You're gonna be okay. Trust me. No, I say, trust me. I'm not gonna be okay.
Will you be filming around the country? Have you scouted locations, or will this be only in Colombo?
We have been scouting locations from Colombo down to Gaul, and we've wanted to make it to Trinco, but didn't have enough time on this trip, but are planning on checking it out the next time we're back, which will probably be in about 6 to 8 weeks. But it will be up and down the coast. Like Sharani said, from like urban landscapes to the beaches, we'll be showing quite an array of locations. That's what's so great about this place. You know, coming from Hollywood, I've been saying, you know, I watch movies and I know every location that they're shot in, and it pulls you out of the film watching and seeing, like, I eat at that restaurant. You know, I've been to that beach, and it's so exciting to come here. It's like there's so many options, or almost too many. You know, we have, like, every time we find something that we fall in love with, we find something else, and it's not going to be a matter of not having enough. It's going to be a matter of having too many.
When exactly will filming start for Kayman's Gate? It'll be this year or next?
We're hoping that we'll do 6 weeks of pre-production in Sri Lanka in February, and then we're hoping to start filming in April 2011 for 6 weeks in Sri Lanka. Definitely my first project of filming in Sri Lanka, even though I'm Sri Lankan. But yes, it's definitely.
Yeah, most of my projects here involve surfing and cricket, and that's part of the reason we're coming here. Though, yeah, so in terms of first time properly working here, yeah, previously it's just been so recreational. And I think Mary Pat...
My first time here ever, so...
Have you three ever worked together before? Is this your first collaboration?
I'm the one to blame. I've known Sharani in London for about 10 years, and although we've been friends, we've worked in the same industry, we've never actually worked together. But because of her Sri Lankan heritage, she was naturally the first person for me to call. And Mary Pat and myself, who've worked in Los Angeles together on a couple of projects. So yeah, both one day they got phone calls that they'd probably regret picking up with me going, we're going to Sri Lanka. So we've all kind of worked. But this is the first time the three of us have actually all worked together.
And I look forward to seeing this movie, next year, hopefully.
Hopefully towards the end of 2011, beginning of 2012. Cinemas worldwide.
Thank you.